Hey there, Mountaineers. Mountain Man here. Turtle and I had a great time playing this game in this match. And if you watched my first episode of my series, How Not to Be a Bot in Fortnite, I mentioned that I'm going to show you this game. There's a few reasons. We actually use techniques in the game that you can use when you find people without mics. So it's kind of exciting to go over this and show you our strategies and what we did right and what we did wrong. So please enjoy watching this. Our conversations in game is really just him asking if he can hear me, and I can't. So we're gonna start this game up right here.
Hey, are you in here? Can you hear me?
No, I can't. And you might not be able to see my face right now, but I'm intently just staring because I have no idea he's even talking to me. He can't hear me. I don't say a word this entire game, and until the end, I kind of give a sigh like, ugh. And he's like, oh, okay. But as we're going, I decided to pick retail. Now, normally this week I was dropping in Tilted. That was my challenge, but this was one of our first games that day, and I didn't want to push him because I dropped Tilted all the time for that week. I didn't want to make him drop it, and I couldn't hear him, so I didn't know where he wanted to go. I'm sure he would have not minded it, but this might have been even why we got close to winning this game. So, as you saw there, because of the Switch having its poor quality, it took a while for the level to render. Now it's rendered. I picked up 2 shotguns. I also got the submachine gun right there. Here I decide to not pick up the handgun because I'm not really a useful handgun kind of guy. I usually try to aim for shotgun, AR, and submachine gun right off the bat. If I have something else, I'll try to make do. You should really learn every gun, but priority, I feel like everybody kind of knows shotgun, submachine gun, AR is the way to go, mainly because you got your long range, mid range, and short range all in one shot. So here we're trying to figure out how we're going to communicate. I drop him his gun, I mark it. Marking in this game has been a significant upgrade since Season 8, which is wonderful because it actually gave us the opportunity to communicate without actually talking. Even though I probably could have been talking, I just didn't know he couldn't hear me. I decided to pick up the new gun, but I dropped my shotgun, I go back. There's a lot of this that is me standing around kind of waiting because I hear people walking, and I heard somebody just jump down, so I'm kind of like, who's nearby? Where are they coming in from? This, I would say, is probably more the noob side of me, where I'm afraid to go rush people because it means quick death, and I wanted to win. You know, it's one of those things that, as a new player, you'll crouch into corners, hide places, because you'd rather not confront the enemy, but you'd rather just avoid them and then confront only when necessary. The point of becoming pro is to try to gain points, because when you're in competitions, you'll end up trying to get as many kills as you can, because those all equal points, and then you're also trying to get to the end game, because being the top XYZ all costs give you a certain amount of points. So right here is not the strategy I would ever want to do for training or trying any of this. If you watch some of the pros play, such as Nick Merckx, it's, I grabbed a gun, I'm out looking for someone. If I have a shotgun, the next person's close to me. If I have an AR, I'm looking in the distance. Right now, I just have my shotgun out. I keep waiting for someone. I don't really have a long-range weapon, but I have mid-range. I heard somebody in there. Perfect for me to mark it, tell him I hear someone, and then stand around and wait for a little longer. I'm not going to cut any of our boring parts of this game. The reason being is I want to show you that if you play like this, we're trying to get out of these moods, out of these ways and habits. So by me watching this, it really gives me the opportunity to adjust and show you guys how I adjust, where I go to train, what I do, and how many times it's taken me to play to get to that level. Here I heard the guy, I saw him, and I actually killed him, and he was a solo, so he went down pretty easily. I decided I didn't even want to pull out my pickaxe, I just shot it. Picked up these, went full health, so that Turtle and I are even. If you guys don't know Turtle, him and I have known each other for years, since high school, so not saying how many years that is, but it's quite a few. And here I saw the ramp, I realized it must have been the other guy, so I just walk up. I keep looking around, and I do know I heard noise out by the houses, but I will always check popular areas to see if somebody's like sneaking around, walking around. So I hear that noise out there, and I'm like, okay, there is someone out here, let's go. Turtle heard it, so he marks that spot, he's running towards it. I'm gonna build up over to the tacos. Here we go. I know I need some kind of range to make a shot. If there's somebody at a distance, I hear the shots going. I see somebody got knocked. And there we go. Two people died. Boom. I climb up to the top. I'm looking down. Turtle saw him, shot his balloon out. He dropped. I get dropped. So now I drop down to get away so he doesn't thirst me. During this part, Turtle's in a battle, and I can't tell whether he rifted or he jumped off with redeploy, but he ends up coming down right on me. He does what anybody should do, build up, starts rezzing me. At this point, I hear the other redeploy coming out. I know this guy's looking for us, because he's probably like, oh man, he's trying to res him. I think I'm going to just edit through and just start shooting and building and make it obvious that I'm right here so Turtle has a chance to attack him because he's a little more health than I am. I see this chug jug. I thought Turtle already got him. So I'm sitting there chugging, and I hear a noise. So I actually do examine it in just a second here. I hear the gun load, and I'm like, wait, what was that? And I see out of the corner of my eye this guy, and I get a kill. It was a pretty sweet kill. So that's my second kill this game. I believe Turtle probably has one. I think he killed his teammate. So now we get to loot, we have time. I'm kind of running around seeing if anybody dropped anything, if anybody else is around. And then him and I decide to raid out another house, I think. Nope. Sorry if I'm coughing a little bit. I got a little scratchy throat. I see the blue pump, I decide to switch that. I think I even get rid of the cruddy gun eventually, but right now I hold on to it. Yep, there's that one. I wanted the sniper because I'm not like self-proclaimed great sniper or anything, but I definitely am pretty decent with it. A lot better than I feel most people could be. I'm not like hit every shot kind of sniper, but I definitely get pretty close. And I think I pull out some pretty decent moves in this game with the sniper rifle. We do have to travel a little bit, but not too far. So I know I'm looking around, seeing if there's anything to loot. And I know I have to get going in a little bit. Turtle needs just a little health, so it's worth taking that for him. This is prime time. In this part of the game, we still had 500 wood, 500 brick, 500 metal, but we gained health when we made a kill. They took that away recently, as of this recording. I'm hoping they brought it back by the time some of you are watching this, because that was a great system to have in place. here we look around, scope out the area. We have time to get to the next circle, so like for the next 15 seconds or so, I'm just making sure there's nothing around that I can't snipe out or take care of before we get to it. So now I heard it, I decide to start going. I want to get closer to an open area, because if you're running through all the buildings and everything, it becomes a little hard. So I know I run the outskirts. I don't know why I keep running into the bushes, though. Here we go. This is a little more streamlined of a way to go around the outside. I checked back because I noticed he wasn't coming, but then I saw he was. Durburger right there where I got my first kill. We keep going. And like I said, I'm not gonna fast forward. I want to really show you, like, at this point in the game, I should be looting. I am in full material, but now that rule isn't around anymore. I'm not gonna gain material from different kills and eliminations. I am only gonna get what those people had on them. So it got me very much out of the habit of, like, breaking that fence or hitting some trees, because there was only 500 and you gained 150 per kill. Or, yeah, 150 total. 50 of each. Wood, metal, and brick. So we're going into the circle. There's 17 people left. I know we do some traveling for a bit, and there is a part coming up in probably about a few minutes where I see some building. I know soon I'm gonna see something. I see a trap over there. I thought about getting it, but then I saw the storm was closing in too fast. I don't really get trap kills. Building isn't my forte yet, but I am planning on practicing that. We're traveling on into this area, which was the mansion. I think it still is the mansion. Yeah, it's still the mansion area. And this is where I start going, oh, the circle's getting smaller. We're going to have to keep an eye out, listen for some gunshots. At that point, I heard Turtle breathe, but not in my headphones. He was just on my Discord, so I was actually recording him. Thank goodness he didn't say anything embarrassing or have a weird conversation with his wife. So here we go. We're traveling through the woods. I figured the most cover, the better. Build up. See, that building over there, you can see metal being laid down. That means some metal was freshly built. It could have been within like 30 seconds to a minute ago. Maybe 30 seconds, because the metal takes some time. But I marked it so that he knew what I was looking at. But then the mark went away, so he probably was like, what's he marking? I don't get it. So I take a wide circle around this, just in case they're trying to peek out and they can see me. So I take aim to see if I see them. I'm going to be doing a spoiler here. There's nobody in there. I think they walked away before this. So I'm walking on around. Waiting on Turtle. I don't want to leave him in the dust. I tried to lure somebody out. And I'm listening in to see if I could hear anybody's footsteps. I did not. I decided to wait a second. But then, you know what? If they were going to shoot at me, I would just build up a wall between us. And then just engage in that fight. So I decided to run but keep an eye on it. It's a very good strategy. You don't want to just walk up on them because they could just be edit ready. Like having the wall edited and ready to shoot. So I see them and I hit some markers in that area so he can look that way. I look back to see if they escaped because I knew the storm was coming in. This guy, I went to go take that shot, but I just didn't. Funny enough, I wonder if those are the guys that end up killing us. Right here is a part I'm pretty proud of. I I see a guy coming up after I search around a little bit, but I see a guy coming up over here out of the corner. See him walking down, so I take aim. I back out. I see him walking there, and I pull that trigger. Boom! Elimination. It was a good sniper shot. That's my 3rd kill, and I believe that was actually my final kill this game. I only had 3. I think Turtle also had 3. I'd say we had a good game. I'm not saying we broke a 20 bomb or anything. Nothing spectacular about this game. This was a good technique because we both were spamming at the same time, so if one of us knocked the wall down, the other one could get a shot off. I decided to reload, and I didn't want to break the reload. He's there, blocked with the ramp. I can't see him, so I'm kind of peeking out the top. If I see him, I'll zoom in. I saw his head, but he moved. Turtle got him. Boom. So here, I knew I saw people out that way, so I'm trying to peek around to see if I see anyone. I was questioning that, but then I know I saw people the other way. Here I heard some footsteps going on, so I decided to come back, but I built up flooring, and I heard him there. He must have taken a shot at Turtle. So I come backing up and I go looking through the front door to see if I see him. Last second, I saw his feet, but he got the shot off. Built up some walls. Actually, pretty decent strategy. I try to see him and I try to shoot to maybe break his wall, but I missed his wall even. I know, not my best shot. Here we go. These are parts where I see people, and I think I can actually get maybe a decent shot, but then I remember I gotta keep an eye on Turtle, make sure he's doing alright. So I see that guy standing there, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take aim right now. And right as I get to him, he dies. And this happens actually one more time right here. I see somebody walking, I take aim, I shoot, but the other guy killed him just before my shot got to him. Or after, and I only did a good amount of damage. I go looking, I point out that there's somebody over there. I think Turtle gets the knock on this. I might get the knock on this, but I think the res ends up happening. We gotta see here. I haven't watched this for a little while. So he hits him. Yeah, he got the knock. And I go to take the aim. I didn't see him. This guy must have heard my footsteps. He comes towards me. I build up walls like I was trying to keep the Mongolians out. And I come helping him out, which kind of startles this guy a bit and gives Tom the opportunity to shoot him, giving Tom either his 3rd kill, I believe, or his 2nd kill. I've been losing track of Turtle's kill. Well, now you all know his name. That's fine. We probably say each other's real names all the time on the comms. It's only us and another team. Now, I see this guy, and I take aim. But then his buddy builds up in front, so I decide to go down and hide behind this tree, and then try to peek a shot around the tree at them. He hits me. Now, I don't think I realized I was damaged at that point, so I just kind of let it go. He might have gotten 2 headshots on me, but that was really quick. I went down. At that point, you heard Tom. He's now nervous because it's 2-on-1 because of that. I know that they keep shooting him, so I try to be decoy by coming out and heading towards him. They start shooting me. He pops up, starts shooting at them. I was hoping he'd at least knock one of them and it could be one-on-one, but it didn't happen. They finished me right there. He comes out, and Turtle does a lot better at building than I do. I'm definitely not as good as he is, but he looks like he's got a good idea of what he's doing, other than planting that trap there, but trap walls are a little stronger, and he ends up getting killed by the storm. And then I sigh.
Oh, there you are.
And then Turtle hurt me. And that's it. I mean, that game was a lot of fun. As you saw, I was down behind the tree at the end, taking that shot. I really probably should have built up higher. They had high ground. Now, would that have stopped them from hitting me? Maybe not. They probably definitely would have still hit me. Now, the other part of that would have been I would have had a fortress built there for Turtle already, but there was just a tree. So when he dropped down there, that same tree was in his way, and he's trying to build around it. Things you wouldn't think of during the game, and I'm guessing if I was more pro, I might have even rushed them with him, but we also weren't in communication. So as you saw in that game, there was a lot of far distance shots, not so much like close encounters, because I couldn't tell him I'm running in. I would just point and give him a signal that there was somebody there, and we would shoot. And that's about the extent of the wrong we did. The rest of it, we did pretty well. I don't think either one of us really approached any of it wrong, other than when I went to the roof. I thought the guy was below, but he took a balloon up, and that was the time I got downed. But I really appreciate you guys checking out the video. Please come back and check out more. I'll post some other videos of us, Turtle and I playing. Also maybe some good solo matches I have my own. And every Friday I post up my video of how not to be a bot on Fortnite, Noob to Pro series. And this week I am dropping in Salty. Week 2 is Salty, and I drop there so much that I get tired of it by the end of the week. So come on by and check it out. We'll show you some highlights, some lowlights. We'll go over what I did wrong, how I can get better. And every day I keep getting more suggestions and ideas of how to be better at Fortnite, and I hope that I can share them with you and show you how I put them into play so that it can help train you to be pro, and maybe one day we can all play together or even go against each other in some matches. Alright, Mountaineers, I appreciate you coming by. Thanks a lot. Peace and love.